Hi everybody, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel, Paperbacks and Lattes, and today I want to show you the books that I hauled in February. So I ended up hauling 21 books in February. I got such a good deal, and I mainly shop like used books, either at thrift stores or online. You know, I love finding good deals. So these are the books that I actually found in the month of February, and I want to go ahead and show them to you. So the first book that I found was The Seduction of Elliot McBride by Jennifer Ashley. I saw a Jennifer Ashley novel at the store I was at, and I had to get it because I read The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie not too long ago by Jennifer Ashley, and I knew that I needed anything she wrote, that she writes. So I got it. This is another historical romance. I don't know if that's all she writes, but I know The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie was amazing, so I'm hoping that this is too. I don't know what's, I'm guessing this is part of a series. Oh, well, it's a McBride, so I'm sure it's in the Mackenzie and McBride series. But Julianne St. John was raised to be very proper. After a long engagement, her wedding finally arrives, and she finds herself jilted at the altar. Fleeing the mocking crowd, she stumbles upon Elliot McBride, the tall, passionate Scot who was her first love. And she asked Elliot to save her from an uncertain future by marrying her. And Elliot has just escaped a brutal imprisonment in his return to Scotland. And now Juliana has her hands full restoring his half-ruined manor in the Scottish Highlands and trying to repair the broken heart of a man some call irritatingly mad. That sounds amazing. I'm so looking forward to reading this one. The second one I hauled is When a Scot Ties the Knot by Tessa. It was not this messed up when I got it, but my dog got a hold of it and chewed it. I was so upset. He ruined it, but I think I can still read it. If not, I'll just have to get another one. But I was so excited to find this Tessa novel. But now that he's done chewed it, it looks really bad. But I still have it, and it's got a step back on it, so. This is about Madeline. She's upon her first London season, and she's talented with a drawing pencil, but awkward with gentlemen. She was certain to be a failure, but so she did what generations of shy, awkward young ladies have done. She invented a sweetheart. A Scottish sweetheart, one who was handsome and honorable and devoted to her, but conveniently was never around. Maddie poured her heart into writing the imaginary Captain Mackenzie letter after letter, and by pretending to be devastated when he was not really killed in battle, she managed to avoid the pressures of London society entirely. Until years later, when this kilted Highland lover of hers, imagining, shows up in the flesh. The real Captain Logan Mackenzie arrives on her doorstep, handsome as anything, but not entirely honorable. So she writes to like this fake man and then pretends that he was killed in battle. But he was not fake after all. There was really a Logan Mackenzie she was writing to, and he came to make good on the promises that she made. So this sounds like such a funny meet cute. The next two books are over on my bookshelf, and I am like all set up right here, and I really don't want to get up and go get them. I thought I had them I have this huge pile of books right here. Here, I'll just put the picture of the books up, but the next two are Come Back to Me by Mila Gray and Run Away with Me by Mila Gray. I now have the first three books in that series of hers, and I'm really excited because I know I've heard a lot of good things about Mila Gray's series. And yeah, I would show them to you, but it's kind of a hassle, so I did get those two. I also got Demon from the Dark by Kresley Cole, and it's also on my bookshelf. I should not have put these books on my bookshelf without... I had all these books stacked up on another spot for, you know, for this video, but I guess obviously I had to put the other books with their with their series. So but it is one of the books in the Immortals After Dark series that I'm really hoping to read more soon. I've read the first one in that series, but I have been collecting the books and I'm excited to read further in that series. The next one I was so excited to find. I was shopping in my thrift store and I saw this on the shelf and immediately grabbed it. I couldn't believe that I found this in a thrift shop. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I've actually read this one, but I'm so excited to have the physical copy of it. So excited. She lives with a chronic illness and she is just limited in what she can do. One day she almost gets hit by a car, so she thinks she's going to die, and she says, well, if she had died, there wouldn't really be much said about her life because she's never really done much. So she makes like a bucket list of things she wants to do before she dies. And she moves out, and the handyman of like their apartments is Red. And she and Red do not get along at first, but eventually, you know, they keep seeing each other, and then he starts helping her mark off the items on her bucket list, and it's a really cute story. I really like this one, and I'm so happy I found it. The next one is Teardrop by Lauren Kate. I really don't know much about this. I mainly got it because of the cover. I am a sucker for very beautiful covers. This says it's book 1 in the Teardrop series. Everything you love can be washed away. So this is about a girl who, she lost her mother, and she was drowned in a freak accident, and now she is left with a locket, a letter, and a mysterious stone, and an ancient book no one understands. And this book contains a haunting tale about a girl who got her heart broken and cried an entire continent into the sea. And she's about to discover that the ancient tale is more than a story. And the boy, Ander, that, you know, is her friend, thinks that she might be telling the truth, and her life has far darker undercurrents than she could ever have imagined. So that is Teardrop by Lauren Kate. The next one I got is Breathe Into Me by Sara Fawkes. I have never heard of this author or this book, but it looked interesting, so I got it. So Lucy St. James asks herself every day, how did her life get so broken? She is stuck raising her little brother in a trailer park while she works a dead-end job at a grocery store, and she has a stalker ex-boyfriend, a bad reputation, and no way out. And then she meets Everett Ward, who changes her entire life. He is an outsider who's house-sitting a family mansion off the coast, and he is completely transfixed by her. He seems determined to show her that life can offer more than she's ever hoped for, if only she believes in herself. So that actually sounds really good. Next one I got, I really don't know anything about. I know I have Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire, and I saw Walking Disaster, so I got it. I know some people don't read Jamie McGuire anymore, but I heard that Beautiful Disaster is really good. And when I saw this one, and I was thinking maybe it's the follow-up, I wasn't sure. Yeah, it is the follow-up to Beautiful Disaster, so I went ahead and got it so I could read them. This next one, I was shopping at Walmart one day, and they had their Valentine's stuff like marked really cheap. And they had a few like romance books with the Valentine's stuff. This would end up being, this is After I Do by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was like 99 cents. I was so happy. I was so happy to find these books that were on sale for so cheap. I have read, I think, a couple of books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I love her. I have not read this one, but it has been on my TBR. So Lauren and Ryan's marriage reaches the breaking point, and they come up with this plan. They're going to take a year off in hopes of finding a way to fall in love again. 1 year apart, and only one rule: they cannot contact each other. So Lauren embarks on a journey of self-discovery, quickly finding that her friends and family have their own ideas about the meaning of marriage. She starts to question when you can have romance without fidelity and commitment without marriage. When love and trust are no longer tied together, what do you value? So this is a love story about what happens when the love fades. I am really looking forward to this one. This next one is also one that was on sale at Walmart. I know nothing about it, but it looked fun, and so I got it. This is Island Affair by Priscilla Oliveras. And so Sara is a sought-after social media influencer in recovery from an eating disorder, and she's coming into her own with a potential career expansion on the horizon. Despite the good news, her successful siblings and their perfect spouses have a way of making her feel like the odd one out. So when her unreliable boyfriend is a no-show for a Florida family vacation, Sara recruits Luis Navarro, a firefighter, paramedic, and dive captain, willing to play the part of her smitten fiance. So this is actually like a fake dating trope. That sounds amazing. These next few books I typically would not pick up or choose, but these were also on sale with the Valentine stuff, and these end up being 49 cents a piece. So I got 4 of them. They're the Harlequin romances. The first one is Long Tall Texans by Diana Palmer. The next one is Stallion Tamer by Lindsey McKenna. The third one is Against the Wind by Kat Martin. And the fourth one is Familiar Stranger by Sharon Sala. So I'm not going to go into each one of these, but these are all Harlequin romances, and I got them for, they were 49 cents a piece. So I'm like, why not get them? And then I was at Goodwill one day and I got this series. I don't know, let me know if you have read the series. I still am like a sucker for getting YA paranormal romances. That's what I used to always read, and I really have grown out of that tremendously, but I'm still a sucker for YA paranormal or fantasy romances. So I saw they had this whole complete series together. I guess someone had donated this whole series, and so I bought them. This is the Evermore series by Alyson and Noel. I need to take the little price tag stickers off of them, but they had the whole series, and they have Evermore. There's Evermore, Blue Moon, Shadowland, Dark Flame, Nightstar, and Everlasting. So let me know if you have read this series and what you think about it. I was so curious. I could not pass up this whole entire series. So those are all the books that I have hauled and gotten in February. Let me know if you have read any of these, which ones are your favorites, or if any of them sound interesting to you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.